Hey everyone. So I tried learning Blender in only 12 hours with the goal of one day being able to make stuff like this, which I just think is so cool, and I've dreamt of doing that for a while. But I have no experience in graphic design, no experience in any arts. So I started at a really easy place with this video from Polygon Runway, and he was like making this portal-like structure. I don't really have any experience with Blender, so the result ended up being pretty terrible. But we move on, and I went and I looked at Polygon Runway's low poly car tutorial. And with this one I had much more success. I didn't want to do the same car that he was doing because then I don't really learn much. So I went ahead and I did a Camaro instead, and it was really fun. It took me way longer than I thought it would. For comparison, the portal I spent 1 hour on, but I spent 8 hours on the car tutorial, so I spent a really long time on it. And then I decided to go ahead and do another car, but without the tutorial this time, just using everything that I learned the first time, and I wanted to make a G-Wagon or a Mercedes Class G, and this one took me much less. The timestamps are on the screen of how long it took me, but this one took me like approximately 3 hours, and it was a really nice, decently polished product that I ended with. I was pretty happy, and also the fact that I was able to do this without having to reference the video or anything made me pretty content because my skills were actually being developed. And I even ended up doing a little animation for it, which I thought was pretty sweet. And after that, I ended up following this tutorial from Southern Shoddy where he makes this 3D modeled like cat mouse thingy. It's super cute, and I wanted to learn some modeling skills, so I used this video and I followed it pretty closely, and I ended up with a cat, which ended up pretty decent. It taught me some stuff with materials and textures and everything, and obviously with sculpting. And after that, my 12 hours were pretty much done. And I did go over a little bit. I ended up at 12 hours and 50 minutes. So, I mean, as long as it was before 13 hours, I thought it was fine. And I'm nowhere close to being able to do stuff like this or stuff like that. But hey, maybe one day I'll be able to do that. And I think this is a good first step. So hopefully this showed you that even with 12 hours, which is like nothing, it's such a short span of time, you can still develop some decent skills. I thought I did pretty well, and some of the things I made were actually pretty cool. So the plan is to keep this going and get to 100, 200, even 300 hours in the future, and I'll try to post my progress so that, I don't know, maybe you guys get inspired and actually start trying to learn Blender, or just see that if you spend some time on it, this is a skill that you can develop even with zero arts experience. So yeah, thanks for watching.